What's going on, y'all? What is going on? Thank you for choosing once again to click on the channel. This is OYAOY. I am simply here to do my job. Get the messages to the collective. How is everybody? Thank you, everybody that has been liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting the channel. Welcome all new subscribers. What's it say? Somebody could have a figurine or ancestor doll, or a doll with a spirit, a sculptor. All right, so you got released into the streets and came back a beast. Please, guys, only take what resonates. I'm only here to give it to you so you can have it. We are all stars in our own show, but this may or may not be for you. Okay, so somebody may have been raised in the streets, whatever it is that you went through. Okay, this has turned you into somebody that is no longer, affected by things that were meant to destroy you. Yeah, I had a peep at rituals. So somebody could have been inside of a lot of unwarranted rituals unknowingly. Maybe you didn't know. Okay, a lot of us are starting to wake up and be more aware of our surroundings, the people that we're around, things that we do, how we do it, when we do it. Yeah, you got things on the weekend, so maybe you switched up going out on the weekend, or you noticed every time that you went out on the weekend, this was some type of chaos or something that was going on around you here. So, let's talk about the abortion. So somebody's dealing with spiritual discipline, okay? And when I tell y'all, I have been getting my wig knocked back blue, purple, pink, yellow, orange, red, everything possible, because I literally, sometimes I don't even want to be involved, okay? Because so much so much stuff plays out. It's like, but I would never let anybody else tell my story, or anyone else walk in my energy, or anyone else, try to use my gifts or do what it is that I'm meant to do. A lot of things are being revealed to you, and you're going to know that you have to be spiritually disciplined. Then whether this requires you to, not follow trends, or to step back sometimes, or not to always speak up, then, you could be going through the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Somebody actually has their heart hardened. And I'm starting to realize that this too is a part of spiritual discipline, because I've always been led by my heart. Okay. So somebody could have actually been led by their heart. And maybe this is why you have no emotions, or you may feel that you are thinking more logically now. You're thinking with your brain. You're not thinking you're not thinking with your emotions here. So you got something coming up about rubber and diamonds. Something coming up on the news that is a distraction. Okay, this could involve actual rubber or diamonds or something in Arkansas. Yeah, you have something coming up around camping ground and district. Okay, so maybe somebody's learning to branch out a little bit, especially if you are raised in not just necessarily a controlled environment, but an environment that is controlled and manipulated using you know energy manipulation, astrology manipulation, psychological warfare, any type of spiritual warfare. You guys, you can start to see that your eyes may be opening into different adventures that maybe you wouldn't have done you know in your community. Okay, so somebody could actually be going camping, or you looking to go camping, or you could be on a camping ground right now. And I bet you it's very peaceful and nice to not be around a lot of different bugs, just not being distracted. Okay, so somebody's getting away from being distracted. Oh, wow. Okay, so somebody could have actually snuck some type of injection or something in somebody's food here to cause a miscarriage or do something to somebody. Yeah, this is something that came out about somebody that could have snuck and did something to cause somebody's miscarriage, and now this person's mad. So you got on site when I see you because I couldn't break you. Okay, because so just because something didn't work against somebody, somebody wants to buck up and be bad. Well, I'll be golly gee, you guys. Somebody wants to um, run up on you, and somebody wants to come together as one because something didn't work. Somebody was pushing out a lot of fake news here, trying to cover up what they was doing a lot of stuff at the ATM. Okay, so continue to watch your ATM cards. You got something coming up about the bank withdrawals, ATM, something about your money here. Yeah, somebody even got some reward money to do something. Okay, so there's even some reward money out here. Somebody could have actually been rewarded some money to do some type of illegal injection or inject something in somebody. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, somebody's pretending for show here. So you got currency flows, my energy glows. Somebody knew that your aura, who you are, um, was gonna cause some noise here. So somebody felt like that it was gonna take some money to either distract some people from you or keep spreading rumors and gossip about somebody. So you got called you crazy because they worked so long. Okay, so this seems to be the thing to do when you pull yourself out of certain situations that are not good for you. Not only will people rally up against you, make false statements on you, try to get you locked up or do something, you know what I'm saying, try to cause you harm to you, your children. They'll do all type of shit. If that don't work, then they're gonna start calling you crazy. Okay, so somebody's running around calling somebody's crazy because whatever they was doing to somebody's energy was working for the longest. But this person got closer to God. So not only are you being navigated by God, okay, God is showing you the way. You getting the way, the holy way. So you got find me so I can be at peace. A friend provides assistance. In Bonnie and Clyde. So somebody was working with a masculine. It was a masculine and a feminine here that was doing something. So this, oh wow, somebody got pregnant by somebody, and whoever this third party is paid this person to either put something in your food or inject you secretly to cause some type of miscarriage here. Yeah, but you got spirit does not play by the rules, so be careful who you call on. There are a lot of mysteries of the universe, okay, and it defies human control. So if somebody tried to use spiritual gifts and call on something of a lower entity, a lower vibration, or this energy to play games with you, know that these people do not have control over these energies. There is no such thing as you controlling a spirit here. The spirit literally can control you. So somebody could be getting controlled by some spirit. What is this? Yeah, put the race card down. Okay, so somebody could even be trying to play the race card here. And when I tell you that is such a distraction, if somebody is now all of a sudden like, oh, Black Power, Black Lives Matter, or no, know that it is a bigger enemy here. But yes, I am going to speak up and against racism because I have experienced it. This time around, I did come down in the form of a being that is melanated. Okay, so yes, it's going to be harsh when certain people hear what is going on to people of color. Okay, a lot of things that have played out have been very wicked, and now it's coming back not only to the people that had did it, but if they are no longer here, it's coming back to the generations of those people, and you're gonna see it. Okay, so something could be coming up about somebody pulling the race card here or trying to use a race to cause a divide. Yeah, you got flight delayed. So somebody could actually be delaying a flight here to pull a race card. Okay. And this is a hater with third, fourth, fifth, sixth attachments. Somebody's attached to a lot of things that's going on, and they was attached to keeping somebody from like catching flight. Okay. They was trying to delay somebody from reaching their spiritual ascension or reaching to their highest self. So you got entered house once you left. So who is this? Somebody could be entering in somebody's home. Like once you leave, they go in your home. You have stolen jewelry here, so they could be stealing jewelry. Yeah, so you got this diamond out here. So somebody's stealing jewelry out of somebody's home here. This could be because of a third party, or this is some type of attachment here. Yeah, you even got an investigator, sexual intentions, and erotic fantasies. Okay, so we don't know if it's an investigator here that actually has been distracted by a sexual connection that they had to somebody, but this is what's out here. Okay, so you got green dot. Yeah, somebody could be using like a green dot card or what a prepaid card or doing something to get somebody's money here. They stealing money using cards here. So you got to make a decision. Somebody could be dealing with altered skin pigmentation, leprosy, something about somebody in a ditch here. Somebody could be worried about the elections. Okay, you got sleepovers. Watch these sleepovers. Okay, somebody could be trying to get your child to sleep over, and you don't know what these people are into. Okay, somebody could be into like erotic and sexual fantasies with somebody else's, you know, somebody's child here. This could simply mean, when your child goes to visit another child, you don't know if these people to raise their children to be on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not raising them up right. So you want to watch who you letting your child go and sleep over with. Yeah, because you got somebody that heard that is an addict. Okay, so somebody is an addict here. Whoever this is, they feel emptiness until they actually consume whatever drug this is, or they could be just doing like working all the time. So who is this? Somebody's doing like a lot of work here, endless working. Okay, but this could also lead to self destruction. Yeah, somebody wanted somebody's child to actually be like karmic or grow up knowing some type of, yeah, this is sick, we out of here. So somebody's gonna get an act of nature, a tree pop here. You got tree two times. Okay, so somebody could be an earth sign or you getting connected to nature here, but this is also the tree of life. Okay, and it came up upright. So somebody could be branching off and doing something here. This could actually be branching off from somebody, or you are branching off from a family dynamic here. Yeah, because you got powerful manifester, racially profiled. Okay, so somebody could have actually been getting investigated by an investigator because, somebody could be actually really racist here. Yeah, on some freaky shit. They wanted to do something to somebody's child and actually, their intellect. Okay, so this could also be some form of abuse, exploitation, also child trafficking. Okay, because if you spiritually being trafficked or you spiritually going through something and you going through it unknowingly, know that yes, there are certain words for this stuff. Okay, somebody is like an actual freak here, and the thing is, if it didn't work with the person here, they could actually be trying to get somebody's child to come and spend the night at their house so they can do whatever this is. Yeah, you got born with Mercury retrograde, karmic lessons around communication and self-expression. A father is arrested, planet jail, and you got Adu. Every human must travel, return to Earth after death until each reach a level. Okay, so everybody is on their spiritual journey, or everybody is learning that this is a spiritual experience. You guys, you are just here to get through whatever it is. Okay, we all have to travel back and forth until we actually learn what we're supposed to, until we are all collectively at a certain level of ascension here. Okay, this, and a lot of people look at it like the planet Earth is a jail. But it's all about how you make it. And I'm gonna tell you, when I was locked up, I was literally having this dream where everybody was like literally doing time. So this could be simply, whatever it is that you're supposed to learn here, know that it has to be you and yourself. Whatever it is you're supposed to clear out within yourself. It's not for you to have an opportunity to run around and try to make sure somebody else is going through something or somebody else experiences something or you're causing conflict to somebody else, because you're going to forever be in damnation if you're doing this. And I'm just going to tell you that. Yeah, you got some false prophets are under judgment. Okay, they was eating the spirit on the dark side of practice, manipulation of symbolic or actual objects that have a resonate affinity to a victim. Okay, so somebody could have been using something that belonged to somebody else to do some type of evil work or evil practice here. So you got somebody does have spiritual armor on. Yeah, somebody could have actually did some spell work on somebody's Jordans or their shoes. And I was actually thinking about that too. It could actually be like a spell placed over Jordans. Because if you notice, there have been people that have lost their life waiting in the line for these fucking Air Jordans. But when I tell you, this man literally gives no fucks about nobody. And when I seen how connected I was to him, because he was literally his cousin or his whoever was literally one of the counselors at my school, Michael Jordan, yeah. And he, I went through whatever I went through during that phase, and it's like whoever this is could be like casting spells on people's shoes. So cleanse your shoes. Like somebody needs to put some protection oil on their shoes or on their children's shoes. Clean your shoes. Yeah, y'all word. Yeah, you got possessed possessions. So somebody literally took something of somebody's, whatever object this is or whatever belonged to somebody, and put something on it. Okay, this is their way. Yeah, they did this to somebody's child. Okay, you also have C-section out here. And I love that, my guides give me a chance to tell my story, because it's like more and more I'm being told, the more that you do speak about what you've experienced, those are chains being broken off of you, right? So um the best thing I could have ever did was become a mother. It changed my life, and even dealing what I'm dealing with now. um it was a scary situation when I went in, because it was my first child, and I remember, growing up, being young and in the streets and shit. The first thing I ever heard from my parent was, if I was to get pregnant, then I was gonna get kicked off a cliff, me and my baby. Okay, so know that that was already something that had played out over and over in my head. Is like, if I do bring something into this world, I'm gonna be hurt. Okay, so I didn't have my first child to 25, and I feel like it was a lot of, of course, it was a lot of magic and shit that was going on, and then connecting with different, you know, pedos and killers and shit in the hood. Like I learned to like cleanse my energy and my body out, and I started seeing what was going on. But when I had went to have my child, wasn't nobody there, as far as like family, anything. And the only person that did show up was, you know, a karmic in my life. And it was the actual mother of the person that my son belonged to. So, after experiencing that, it's like I had went under, right? And I had already started feeling some type of way, because in the hospital I was sitting there in pain, and I didn't want an epidural because I wanted to do everything natural. I started reading up on how, certain medications are transferred to the body, to your baby, you know, through, your body. You are transferring whatever you put into your body to your child when you have the medication. So I was like, nah, I didn't want it. So I started having pain, and for some reason this woman was in there, and no matter what I went through with this person, I always try to respect them until I realized, the darkness that was in this person. But they stayed in the room, and I was in pain, but I didn't want to scream, because I felt like it was weird. It was almost like I felt like if I screamed out in pain, then this certain person was gonna get a kick out of that. So I was literally like holding in my pregnancy pain, like everything that I was going through, the contractions and everything. I was just like taking that shit. So I eventually, I told the nurse, I'm like, look, go on and do the epidural. We gonna go on and, start the drip. Mind you, I didn't know anything about the process of having a child. I didn't have anybody around me. Nothing was going on. I now understand that this was a part of my spiritual warfare and journey, because I was in the hospital laid there going through that particular type of pain with no support. And when the doctor came in, I took the epidural and they just walked out. So, I hit it a couple times and I'm like, all right, I feel better. But then the contractions started happening more and more and closer together. So I started hitting it again, not thinking, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have anybody be like, don't, hit it this time, or you only take this much or whatever. I wasn't guided doing none of that shit. If you have been through any type of oppression or depression or suppressing, they now are just now saying that even at the age of 25, you are not fully developed within your mental. So I'm like, whatever. I kept hitting myself with the shots or whatever. So it came a point in time where I'm like, well, damn, I can't feel none of my lower body. So I'm like, fuck. So the lady just rushed in. She was like, all of a sudden, she was like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to deliver this baby by yourself, and you're gonna have a C-section and whoop whoop. And I'm like, hold up, like that was not the plan. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do stuff natural. She was like, well, you ain't gonna be able to do it because the baby's coming out, and you know what I'm saying? He literally started trying to get out of there. And now that I think about it, I'm like, well, shit, it was probably the drugs. So, like, what the fuck is this, mama? You doing? You know what I'm saying? So we ended up, they took me back or whatever, to the operating room, and my child's father ended up showing up or whatever. And, you know, I was like, when I got in, I was like so, lethargic and under whatever it was. And I would just remember laying on the table and I could literally feel these people, y'all. I will never forget this pain. Like they just started cutting, like sawing all the way across. And you know how the C-section marks are. But I was like literally up and aware and I could feel this pain. So I'm screaming. I'm like, look, I can feel this. Y'all gonna have to give me some more medication. Whatever you gave me, it's not working. I literally felt them cut me open, pull my guts up, and was, you know what I'm saying, starting to do what they was needed to do to get my child home. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I just remember looking up and I seen the brightest blue eyes, and my spirit said, damn, the devil's here. I kid you not. These eyes were so beautiful and piercing that I knew that whoever this lady was that stood over me was the fucking devil. And I literally prayed, y'all. I prayed. I'm like, oh my God. But I could literally feel them cutting me open, pulling my guts up, pulling whatever, doing whatever they was doing. So I was just screaming, screaming, screaming. And then I'm starting to see like all the horror stories and stuff because they would not let my child's father in her. It used to be back in the day, your spouse or whatever, the father of the child would be there with you to make sure, you know what I'm saying. And before that, we used to deliver the babies ourselves with no medication. It's just what it is. Medicine, men and women of all kind. It's just in our blood. So after I seen that, I literally prayed, and I remember coming to, and I stood and I seen a karmic over me, another one. Okay, it's like everybody that was coming when I was under, and they was like, you know what I'm saying? I started putting connections together, but it's like I don't know what they could have did to me when I went under. I don't trust these hospitals. So I remember like coming to, and like my mom, my sister, and a couple of other people came. And I remember my mom like, oh, you look like your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like just saying little shit, knowing that I'm still in this state of mind. And I was just crying. And the people that I did see, I was like, thank y'all for coming and whoop de whoop. But I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize the pain that I went through because I was so excited about bringing life into this world and making a difference with my child because I knew everything I've been through. So long story short, after my son was born, like I didn't rest. We was in the hospital for like 2 weeks by ourselves, and I would get up. Do y'all hear me? I would get up out of my bed and roll my ass over there to NICU to hold him, to look at him, to protect him. You know what I'm saying? I was not gonna let nobody hurt my baby like they hurt me. And it was like the nurses there was so shocked because he was in there with babies that were like going through withdrawals, and y'all know what NICU is, where the babies go, whatever, because he had high blood pressure from trying to get out so quick or whatever. And I think, with the medication. But I was over there every day. And it's like it was so scary because like right before we was getting out, they was coming to me with offers of testing his blood and you know, um, offers of gift cards and different stuff that they would do for his blood. And you starting to see the warfare has been going on longer than we could have ever expected. It's like, I don't know if these people secretly did an operation on me or what. I just know that I felt what I felt. I was still on that table, able to feel them pull my guts out and everything. And then when my son gets out, they was quick to want to do some blood testing on him and everything. We're no longer y'all experiments. I don't care. Like I said, when this stuff comes crashing down, I don't care if I get hit with the rock wise crashing down, as long as it comes down. because people need to talk about what's been going on, not only just the blood theft or them, secretly doing experiments with these jabs and all this shit that they've been putting in us, but it's just what it is. We have experienced some things that ain't gonna fly this time around. And when I tell you, having my child was what did it for me. It's what did it for me. Sometimes it takes some of the craziest stuff to happen to you for you to step into who you really are, and it causes a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. When I had to realize that I was an actual experiment and people were doing things, placing things in my food, doing magic over me and shit just to see if it works or if I still survive. Now I am enemy of all the states. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The things that have happened is not right. Okay, it's been going on for a long time. So you got seek for forgiveness, unconfessed sins, examine motives, praise and study. Okay, so you could be, we are told to give forgiveness for those that trespassed against us, because God gives us a level of forgiveness that we don't even have mercy of. We was receiving this forgiveness, but that does not make us any better or any perfect than anybody else. For some reason, we just the ones that chose this time around, and you have to seek forgiveness for what you've done. You also have to confess your sins, what it is you've done. Examine your own motives, okay? Give praise and also start studying. So you got, my bad, I ain't mean to go off, y'all, but it's like, get it out, talk about it. Whatever the pain, the levels of pain that you have, don't let it fester in your body, okay? Somebody could need to tighten up their security after dealing with some type of domestic disturbance here. You got Moses and the Egyptians. So somebody maybe, you may have to save a few other people while you're going through what you're going through. You also have rules of engagement. The last use of hieroglyphs was 300 AD. Okay, government assistance, a lover, your ace, stress eating, and white Christian rejection. Okay, so somebody could have been actually getting taught and indoctrinated into having this slave mentality, with the use of Christianity or religion. But you'll start to see, if you have a good church family or people that um, are of the light and are doing right, then you continue to hold on to those people, because they are very rare to find here. But it's like somebody was using a lot of different tactics to keep you enslaved to some type of knowledge when it comes to you and religion. And religion is just like a way to divide the people of God, you guys. It's just what it is. Okay, so you got the Masons, the Knights, old fellas. Somebody was using whatever government ties they had here. So continue to spread love like cream cheese. Okay, a lot of people, they trying to spread other things, but continue to be you. Yeah, you got slave, I remain. Somebody wanted you enslaved to whatever this is. This could even been a generation of masculines that, they use their ideologies, they use theology, they use psychology, they use astrology, they use hidden knowledge here to go against women and children. Okay, you got the land is drunk with the blood of saints. Mother Earth is tired. So everybody's being examined for these extra favors. It's just all it is to it. One more. Yeah, somebody did a false collabo here. Somebody did a false collabo. But you're able to see individuals for who they are. These certain events that have played out have all been for a reason here. So you got cutting the line, stream service, and streamline. Some things coming up about streaming. So maybe you could be doing a lot of movie watching or streaming stuff online here. Yeah, but cut the grass because the snakes are slithering.